Hey traders, Raghee here, and we're going to start off tonight's free video with a look at some of the yen positions that we have open right now and the follow through we're seeing, but for a very different reason. Now we have an open loonie yen position that we've been watching for some time, and the play on this was yen strength off what we thought may be a 16,000 ceiling on Dow futures. That's been broken, that's shattered, that's gone. And what's kind of funny about this is I actually had some Dow puts. I still have some Dow puts that still have better than 60 days to expiration. But what's interesting is we've been setting up the Dow in the morning for my morning day trade. We've been doing that every single day this week. Actually, we've done this last week as well. And I put on these kind of grudgingly long but very fruitful Dow, intraday trades. And what's so funny about this is a lot of, well, obviously my Dow puts, which are a longer term position, but the yen strength play has been based on Dow weakness. So today everything clicked, which was great, because we do think about the individual currency stories. We want to make sure that if one story isn't working, we at least have the fallback of another story. So what's kind of funny here is the Dow put losing some premium value isn't a big deal because I have plenty of time to expiration, but the intraday Dow day trades that we've been putting on the last few days in the chat room have been working like gangbusters. Now, how is the yen versus the loonie versus the yen here and that Dow situation all working together? Well, here, the loonie is the tomato can. So even if I don't get yen strength, loonie weakness is absolutely enough. And this morning we had that manufacturing sales miss, pretty decent size miss, with an expectation of 0.2. Instead, we got negative 0.9, and that's perfect. That weakened our loonie. And despite the fact that we didn't have a weak Dow strengthening the yen, this trade followed through to the downside really nicely. Now, I will give the Nikkei some credit because the yen was a little heavy, and that's because the Nikkei has been selling off for the most part. I mean, we're talking about a Nikkei that was down over 300 points at one point. Here we are kind of taking back about 100 points and probably going to see a close around down 200. Still a very heavy risk-off day for the Nikkei, but we're seeing something very interesting. And that is, as the Nikkei sinks, we're seeing maybe some of that risk capital coming into the Dow. So the Dow could have exhausted in this area. I do still suspect we have one more hurdle to the upside as we get towards 16.2 and again towards 16.4. But both of our yen plays worked for different reasons. Our US dollar weakness helped our dollar yen. So we are actually going into the weekend sitting very pretty on those plays as we look at the way in which our dollar positions, our dollar versus yen, and our loonie versus yen are going to be wrapping up the week. And that is the update for tonight. So I'm really super excited to tell you about some major updates that are coming to Trade Forex Futures. And it's a little time sensitive, and it's all about education. Now, some of you might know the secret weapon inside the TFF membership. Two of the most popular folders in the members area are the Getting Started tutorials and the Lessons from a Trader. And in those two folders, really, you have an actionable, real-world, world-class education. But I like keeping things fresh and up to date, so we're going to be recording totally new videos and totally reorganizing those two sections. The topics that you told me were most important to you, a lot of you filled out that survey back in January, and I poured through those surveys and have a lot of the topics that you've asked me you want more information on. I'm going to combine that with the topics that I know have been integral to my success, and it's all going to start in March. But you also need to know that as of the 1st of March, the Forex Elite Pro, which is the subscription with the live chat, is being increased to $147 from the current $97. Now, if you're a current member or a trial subscriber, again, a current member or a current trial subscriber, don't worry. I've got you locked in at the lower rate. You don't have to do a thing. But if you want to sign up for my daily 2-hour live chats, morning recaps, chat archives, the premium video newsletter, my chart of the day setups, my futures trades, my day trades, my options trades, my weekly and my daily watch lists, the members only webinars, and the webinar archives, as well as members only discounts on the DVDs like 4 Hours to Forex Trading and How I Trade for a Living, as well as the upcoming mentorships that we're going to be unveiling here in March and April. You have to sign up by February 28th if you want that lower $97 rate. And here's something that you may not have thought of, because frankly I didn't until a member pointed it out, and that was this quote: "Raghee, my 1 month with you and TFF gave me a better education than supposed education programs. The lessons you have in the site are worth the subscription alone. Thanks for putting that in there. You really should mention that it's there more often because it's great stuff." So thank you very much, David, and I'm mentioning it right now. So if you want to go ahead and join us, do so before the 20 or by the 28th, before March 1st. You can lock in that lower rate and visit tradeforexfutures.com/join. See you in the next update.